Well, hello everyone. I'm Bryce, and these are most of my friends.
Hello.
Our newest friend is not here.
We kicked him out.
I mean, really, what did he do so far?
He detected magic.
Ever so hard.
So hard he lost his own magic.
I think those are your headphones.
Ooh, echo.
Ah.
Like, what are you doing?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Somebody's creeping.
So, I'm Bryce. I'm your dungeon master. And my fun fact is some world lore. There is a small faction of freedom fighters in Hearn. Little to Gazmak's knowledge, his family is very active in the rebellion. One of his brothers has actually earned the name Rebel Gob. The center of the revolution has been ignited, and it's gained footing in the slave camp that Cypher was from. With the taskmaster and the slave manager not returning to the base, the slaves have risen up, and a revolution has started there.
Ooh. My fun fact, because it actually goes into what I was going to talk about.
Oh,
that's
then
awesome.
we will start with Cypher.
My name's Josh. I play Cypher, a halfling rogue, led by the cook, who is the one who taught me how to rogue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he mentioned specifically in the opening scenes?
No, the only thing I've mentioned so far was the quartermaster was one who taught me how to make stuff, and that's for watching him make stuff. So how I wanted to put that. The cook, chef person was the one who I trained. And that's all we know about them now.
My name is Caleb. I play Ko Dashik, who's a Lizardfolk champion. Fun fact about Ko, we're going to go into
Another sport.
games. Yeah, we're going to go into
That's too long.
It's like, do lizard folk
Sport and
ever do
food.
anything
more
besides
of,
games?
more of Lizardfolk cuisine.
They
So
eat pets too.
Slithers, may he rest in peace forever.
The goat's name?
Yeah, the goat's name was Slithers. He lasted a week. Anyway, a fun dessert that Ko's favorite dessert, and just a Lizardfolk dessert in general, are called bog crickets. They're basically roasted crickets that are a delicacy because you can. Half of what makes them special is they're frozen in the wintertime. They're put in a pot and buried in the ground, and then until they're there for like a week or two, and they pull them out, and you have roasted frozen crickets.
Roasted frozen crickets.
Yeah.
Can I get
Crunchy.
the recipe for that?
Oh man, when you find out, or vice versa.
Google.
Oh,
Roasted.
jeez.
Oh man.
That might be a thing though.
No, it
I don't know about
totally
there's I know there's
Freeze-dried.
freeze-dried crickets and roasted crickets, but both at the same time seems a little much.
We can get some bulk frozen crickets.
Nah, I'm good.
Wait, are they alive?
That'll be a holiday special
Like
right
in
there.
chilled or frozen?
Now, Top Hat Cricket Farm is now offering bulk frozen crickets.
These are the classiest crickets you'll ever eat.
We're not sponsored
I can
by
see
them.
Gazmag having a top hat cricket farm.
And they're excited to share several dishes, including a few non-baked goods that are sure to wet your something.
Is it a whistle?
They didn't get that far.
Oh.
okay.
I was
Like,
like,
what your
oh.
and the website's not finished.
Interesting. Cricket flour.
I
Oh,
have
yeah,
heard
cricket
of that.
I
flour.
have heard of
Yep.
that actually.
Yep.
Vegans, man.
We can get sauteed crickets.
Actually, the thing
It's
I've
probably
heard
not
of
vegan because it's a
Is,
Well, yeah,
um,
it's vegetarian.
cricket protein
Gluten-free.
powder
There you
is
go.
actually the one thing that I've heard the
What
most
is it?
about. Cricket protein powder.
Oh, there's
It's-
a lot of protein in crickets, yeah.
Yeah, but the main thing is that because insects are so, they can replenish so quickly. It's considered like a sustainable, method of getting protein because there's just billions of them, so they're not really worried about them going extinct.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Mealworms too, or just crickets.
I don't think I knew that with mealworms.
I haven't heard about mealworms.
Mealworms. I know are used a lot for like pet food and fishing, maybe like live ones, big ones.
Yep.
Well, cricket. I'm
Rachel.
Also, you can have meal warm fried rice.
That I've seen as well. Yeah.
Wait,
So.
what? You can have them with fried
Like
rice?
mixed in with the fried.
That actually doesn't
Also,
That sounds good.
chocolate meal warm chip cookies
Nah.
and worm brittle.
Oof.
So you're aware.
Hmm.
All right. Now that we've covered
Oh.
insect cooking, we'll...
Gives me some ideas. I got some scorpions to use.
Miss Rachel.
I play Anasha Evanvale, whose favorite dessert is not anything bug related. She's a half-elven monk who's grateful for our severed Medusa head prize, and that the path to the Oracle is our next enterprise. Her favorite color is pale green because she grew up by the ocean, and she just likes how it looks when it's like really clear and the sun shining through it.
All right. Hi, my name is Tim. I play Gazmak Trusty Gob, Monkey Goblin Sorcerer, and Entrepreneur. So, considering that the election is coming up, I figured we would discuss Gazmak's key voting issues, what he would be voting on.
Oh.
So, obviously, he would want to legalize sweet dreams. That's a big one for him. He is very much pro-free speech. He thinks the idea of paying to talk is just ridiculous, mostly because he didn't come up with it himself. Otherwise, he would definitely put that forward as a policy.
Yeah.
So, he also wants to decriminalize general goblin mischief, which is basically just like stealing some food, maybe slinging some mud at people.
Anything a goblin does should be legal.
The occasional produce flame to the back of the head or on somebody's property or something like that. You know, convincing an irresponsible banker to put someone else's coin into a bank vault kind of thing. General goblin mischief.
Yeah.
So he should be held liable.
Fair.
So there you go. So whatever candidate is pro sweet dreams and goblin mischief as his vote.
That's his vote.
Amazing.
So what you're saying is that Gazmak needs to run for office.
Kazmak 2020.
That's fair actually.
Kazmak Trusty God gets at least one vote in the
Yes.
upcoming election.
Surprise! It's not from Gazmak. It's from Homer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, last time on Dragon Ball Z, you guys fought a Medusa. Survived.
Yeah, we did.
And won.
I was gonna say,
And won.
it was
Surviving
more
and
than
winning.
surviving.
Yeah,
We actually,
it's true.
Slightly different.
Yeah.
It's
It
true.
was- we had some great rolls thrown in there. Some like
I
biracial
was just so
surviving from being turned
surprised.
to
I was like,
stone.
4, 3, 7.
It was quite the battle, and no one got turned into stone.
Out of curiosity, what happens if someone gets turned to stone?
There are spells to counter it, but you have to be able to either get the stuff to them or take them to the stuff. And
So if, for example, Anasha got turned to stone last campaign, because she very well could have,
It was very close.
she would be stuck there, and we'd have to either just carry her with us. We'd probably end up
That
doing
would-
that. We'd probably end up carrying her.
Away.
You could try.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. You're already slowed.
so
well,
think
the
about
slow would go away.
how
but
heavy
yeah.
a stone statue would be.
I have +4 strength.
Like,
Like basically, like
Oh god.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'll cast Prestidigitation to help you.
Yeah, a little finger.
Mage hand.
you can use your invisible servant to help.
You can only lift
Like
with
under
what,
5
10
pounds,
pounds,
right?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Something
10
like
pounds lighter.
Perfect.
How much does a stone statue weigh?
Nah, y'all could have left me for a while.
That's the other thing. Those spells are generally very expensive, comparatively high level, or both.
Yeah, so it's a little. It would require some.
So what you're saying is that you might feasibly be out of the
I would have been
So,
totally out for a
oh
while.
my gosh.
Maybe
At least a half
play
ton?
A side character.
So a marble statue that's 5
Size?
feet tall is 550
Yeah.
pounds.
Heavily encumbered is 300 pounds, so
He dropped it back and
you would have to. we'd
All
have to
three of
figure
you would have to
something
do it
out. Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
or all 4 of you.
yeah.
May he rest in peace.
But that would also mean that you're not moving quickly,
Yeah. So needless to
and
say,
you still have a Medusa trying to kill you.
no, I'm saying after we killed her. Because if she got turned to stone, but we still killed the Medusa, is what I'm saying.
Hopefully, you're right. Yeah.
Well, guess what, guys? You still have to deal with me.
Would have been really interesting is if like all of us but one, whoever, so me, I guess, holding the mirror, and all of us got turned to stone. I would just have to like.
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Gazmac has.
I had a plan.
The thing that would be is more thematically correct, I think, would be you trying to use the beard to defend yourself, reflect the petrification onto us.
Oh no! I'm rolling.
Yep.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
For whatever reason, you need to roll to use the mirror. It's a 1. All right, roll a.
Everyone else roll.
No. Roll a D4 because that's
You have turned your whole party to stone.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Only partly stone.
you guys have loaded up into your cart, and you are heading towards Oracle's garden.
Oh, we're going back to town, right?
I thought we were going to town.
To sell some stuff.
Well, we were in town.
You totally told me you were going to Oracle's garden last time.
I thought we were all like, we have to go sell our things. I was going to talk to
I
Sarah.
thought okay.
I mean, we can totally go back to town because I'm prepared for that. Let's go back to town, everyone.
I thought we were just going back
Just to sell some stuff
to
and
sell like
talk a little
the
bit.
wine.
Yeah, that's what we're
And
doing.
we had to get a guide because we don't have a guide.
So let's go to Desert's End. Okay. So, as you guys venture out of the area, you pass the... Oh, yeah. So you have traveled about an hour. Were you wanting to rest there, or are you waiting to rest to get back to town?
I think we just woke up from a full night's rest and we were passing the Medusa place again to go into town. Is that what we were doing?
We did a full rest.
Full night's rest because I
Before
remember
because we got the chicken stolen and eaten.
that I saw elementals and
That's
totally
right.
fell asleep on my
Yeah.
watch for sure.
So then we headed back.
Sour end of last session.
So, you are heading back to Desert's End. As you enter the gates, you hear, "All hail the Stone God! All hail the Stone God! I will receive your tithings here and take them to the Stone God. All hail the Stone
I
God!"
can't take it anymore. I've reached. You mean this one?
Guess my pack you took out of my pack?
Yes.
and
Oh, no.
yes, an offering for the Stone God.
Oh, what, we could work this. I'm kidding. This
Please, on the altar before me.
No. Guys, no. It's dead. Take your money back. Go home. Worship something else that cares about you.
We were gonna do this slowly. We were gonna ask who wouldn't be offended.
Just rip the band-aid off.
Does anyone seem angry?
Rachel's good.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? What do I mean? Did I not? I didn't stutter.
Just sit here and see. Did I stutter?
Make a. It won't be deception. Make a persuasion check.
All right.
Is it persuasion?
Marley.
Diplomacy. That's what I meant.
I have a little bit of that, surprisingly enough. And it's a 10.
Okay. So a few people look over at you and they're like, and they start walking away with their tithes, and others are like, "Oh God, I don't want anything to be poisoned." Or they continue with their business.
I'm just like, all right, guys, I tried. You guys go for it. Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna take the head back and put it in my back. Like
There we
strap
go.
my pack
Kel,
tighter.
you're good with people. You talk to them.
So you don't want to tell them?
I just feel like there's probably higher officials we could talk to that would have more say over the town as a whole than this guy. I don't know.
I'd like to get
No
my
offense.
reward before we get massacred.
Is there
There's plenty of stuff on that on that altar nobody's using.
I'm gonna walk away before you do anything. Just blind eye. Let's go into town.
I mean, if we want to, we can just take the Medusa head and scrape it into the open mouth, the gold, and then just walk off. Maybe a little crass. I don't know.
Like a pig when they had the apple?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna get up on one of the camels.
Okay.
I thought you were going to stand on the altar.
No, I'm gonna stand up on one of the hump of the camel,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell out to the crowd, basically like, "You can't depend on the stone god, but what you can depend on is me, Gazmak. Look at these fancy wines that we've brought from faraway land. You can invest and trust in us. We're going far and wide. We'll bring back great goods. Invest in our caravan. Invest in our business. Like, it's a sure thing. You can trust in us, even if you can't trust in your petrified deity over there, because apparently she's not that great."
And she's dead.
Said,
Hey.
see what I said? He's a people
Did
person.
you actually say that you guys killed her, or?
I think so.
No, like I said, here's your stone god.
Okay.
Kind of implied, but not specifics.
So he just out and says it.
Yeah, because I told them
That's what I
to
do.
worship something
That's
that
what
we
I do
care about
best.
them.
Yeah.
I implied it, you know.
Yep. Make a diplomacy roll.
This is the best interaction.
Okay.
That's a 14 total.
What kind of wine you got?
Red.
Can one of you read that?
I'm not there.
Oh, you actually left?
I walked away.
I mean, I'm on top of the camel, so if you want me to, I can go down the camel. Go
Look
into the
at
back.
it and then climb it. Good wine.
1 moment.
Well, we wrote down. We
Yeah.
read it and wrote down what it was.
It's
I know what it is. It's just like
Vishni or
His
Vichy or
character doesn't
something?
remember.
I know what it is. Like, it's Vicari's
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
wine from the Isle of Sidor, but I'm not going to remember that.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't do names.
Well, we have the wine with us, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll call it out. I'll say it's
Okay.
Vicari's from the island of Sidor.
Oh, that's good wine.
It's even better.
Oh, hail the wine god! And it's just the one guy.
He gets the slow clap going.
And everyone around him's like, what is going on? All hail the wine god!
He's totally drunk.
He's got his own bottle.
This guy knows what's up. Who wants to be well
Inebriated?
well inebriated and well paid, just like this man.
Did you say that the stone god's dead?
Oh, yes.
Buddy, I'll message him. I was like, leave the salesmanship to me.
Heresy! Throw out the heretics! Stone them!
We already did.
You got it.
I'm gonna have to come running back on for you.
The crowd starts to pick up some stones.
All right.
You're going to need to do something to convince them otherwise.
How is it heresy to say that she's dead? The stone god's dead. Ko is not asking.
Oh.
It's a mob. Reasoning is probably not going.
I guess so. Yeah. Just yeah.
I was going to say, did you ask that?
No.
I could see Co asking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, okay, wait, what's happening here?
All right. I'll try to diffuse the situation. I'll be like, everyone be calm.
Yes.
Everyone be calm.
As he pulls out his sword. Everyone just calm down.
There's no need for a fight here. There's nothing, no heresy going on.
No heresy to see here. It's nerf back. All right, I will twist my ring and use the ventriloquism spell.
Okay.
And make it so that I can make it so that my vocalization originate from somewhere else within 60 feet. So basically, I'll make it like my voice is coming from the heavens.
This is great. That's so great. Oh, I really hope this works.
And guys, What did I say?
Guys, what do I say?
How dare they challenge the Stone God's messengers?
There it is.
Yeah.
Put down your stones. Peasants, do you not see? They've returned with the Pretender. The Pretender Stone Herald. The one on the camel, he is mighty. He has my favor.
Roll deception.
Wow, this couldn't have gone any better.
I'm sure you weren't expecting this, were you? That is, thankfully, a 16 still, even with a 2 overroll. Does ventriloquism add anything to my...
I don't believe so,
It
no.
doesn't say on there, but the GM could probably make it that way.
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes to convince them.
Several of them drop the stones and drop to their knees. And the herald is going, no, we need to kill them.
Do not drop the stones. I'm the Stone God. Make a monument of these stones. It is only fitting.
Oh, jeez.
Roll again.
That's better. That's a 28.
Okay, so they pick the stones back up.
To your left.
They'll start building a small altar there.
They start making tiny stone camels with a tinier stone goblin,
Exactly.
on top of the altar.
And at this point in time, the herald's like, Stone God, how should we worship you?
Oh, jeez. Yeah. How should they worship him, Stone God?
You must.
Giggling from the heavens.
You must bathe in gravel every morning, and destroy your current altar. Build up the new altar like he was saying, and and the one to the left, and give all your money to the scary lizard guy. As an offering. He will take your offerings to the cave.
Make a deception roll.
Wow.
That's an 18.
Okay.
Might go a little far on this one.
All right, so you'll receive roughly 250 gold. Co.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not writing it down. You got it.
Everyone can make a perception check.
That's 13.
28. Sorry, 27.
Beats mine.
Oh, I'm not there, but if you want me, I can roll it.
You are going to be able to roll it.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's 15.
Yeah, mine was 8.
Gosh, I just turned into like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just turned into a TV bridge.
So what you're starting to gather, Go, is that you've received money and everything, but nobody's going to want to deal with you at all. Majority of the people in the town were wanting to be free of the Stone God, and you just basically told them that if they want to remain,
I did it.
yeah, I know, but if you want to remain in the Stone God's favor, you have to bathe in gravel every morning and to give money to your party. So that is the town will not deal with you outside of those boundaries now.
Cool. Well, I guess we just pack up our stuff and go see the Oracle now, because nobody's going to sell us stuff. Unless it's rock-based.
I mean, we could,
Anything else before we go?
No, we should probably just go. This is swimmingly.
I am pleased.
Deuces! It's just out.
Until next time. Stone's strength be with you.
Oh, jeez.
And
And forevermore in their religious texts, they shall.
And out.
That's right. That's how they have to leave. Stone's
So
strength be
wait,
with you. And
Will
out.
everyone also not talk to me since I left before this thing happened? And like, would news travel that fast back to town?
You're still probably going to be okay, but because you split from the party. But yeah, everyone knows that at least the three of you are together.
Yeah.
I'm glad I left though, because if I was there, that wouldn't have happened, and that was amazing.
Yeah. I was just trying to get him to not kill us. And then
Yes, magic did.
Granted, we probably would have lost our good alignment, but they wouldn't have killed us.
That was interesting, guys.
All right,
boy.
so let me make a note here.
we should.
I tried to free them from their stony shackles, and you just made it worse.
They'll figure it out.
We're gonna come back, and these people are just gonna be so dirty.
No, we never go back to the same place.
That's just our rule from now on. We never go back to anywhere.
Leaving place
Guys,
is
make
slightly
us, like,
worse
burn
than when we
bridges, burn the
arrived.
bridges.
Listen, if nothing gets turned to stone in like the next 30 days, they'll start to figure it out.
Peasants, dude, they don't know anything.
They'll figure it out.
I mean,
Still it's gonna happen.
we could still.
It's
fix
just
things.
their children's children are gonna be dirty. Just
The Herald would probably take stuff to the altar and figure nothing's eating it. Wonder.
Yeah, because the Herald wasn't trying to scam everyone
Yeah.
out of their
Oh, well,
stuff.
that's true,
exactly
that's a
what's
good
In
going
front of
on.
you.
Yeah.
So it's just the Herald's town now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you
until
just
we, I
empowered
mean, we
this
can
guy.
I
until
did.
we come back
Well.
and kill him. I'm totally cool with visiting tonight in his sleep and killing him. I'm down with that.
You better be glad we're not with you.
How much loot do you think he has?
Oh
in his
man,
hand?
too bad we need that Medusa's head, or we could cut off that guy's head, put the Medusa head in place, and then leave. Oh, that would send a message.
Man, I've got a whole list of other demands that I should have made.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Oh boy. Well, I was gonna go to try to find Sari at some point.
Give them all your chickens.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. I was waiting for it. You just come out with a whole flock and try to bring them across the desert with you? Oh boy. That was gold. That was gold.
It was 250 gold.
You're welcome.
What are you talking about?
I feel like-
we're welcome. That's like 100. That's like 112 apiece. What are you talking about?
Math?
Sorry, 75 apiece.
It's
No.
50.
No.
Oh,
Math.
there's 5 of us now.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him. He's not here.
Just because he's not in the room doesn't mean he's not in the party.
Are you sure?
Listen, us short people want to stick together.
Alright, so Nasha, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to go find Sari. The hell
Okay. So Sari is back at the Dawnflower Inn.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice. So Honda's there too, or whatever his name is. Honda, the human guy.
Hyla?
Honda?
Honda? It was supposed to be a P, wasn't it? I wrote it an H.
What?
Hyla? P-I-Y-L-A?
The bartender guy?
A blonde human male? Yeah.
Okay.
E Honda?
I don't know where I got Honda.
I don't know either.
It's my job to just start spouting off random names. So I don't believe anything I say.
How can I help you?
I wasn't there. So.
You or somebody else mentioned we needed a guide to cross the desert. The camels have been great, by the way. Thank you for the sale. It was awesome.
The guide to cross the desert was world lore from last episode.
Oh, it was never mentioned in person at all?
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Someone, the voice from the heavens, mentioned that I would need a guide.
Yeah.
Can you help me with that?
We've had so many gaps.
Do
in
not
the
put words in my
episodes.
mouth.
And apparently brain
That's
muffins
true.
don't exist in this world. So, you know, world lore is what it is. It's what you make it.
Have you heard anything about elementals in the desert? Like big giant things that look like fire and water and such?
Well, it's not uncommon to hallucinate in the desert.
Well, no, I mean, like, are those real things, and have you seen that?
I've heard of like dust storms and stuff like that. Elementals can sometimes kick those up.
But no one's been killed by them or anything, or bothered?
I mean, if they haven't come back here.
Okay, no. Okay.
Fair point.
She's like, you great big hallucination fool.
I'm starting to doubt that I was actually awake that whole watch. Okay, did I get
I've ruined everything Rachel had planned.
No, it's good, it's good. Did I get my chickens from her or from somebody else? I'm trying, someone in the
You bought it in the market.
Okay. I'll probably ask her real quick before I leave. So, you mentioned the stone god, you and Pyla here, when we first got to town.
Yes.
And we gave our offerings and such. Do they have, like, a headquarters here? Are there people who are friendly or unfriendly towards the stone god, or...
I wouldn't really call it a headquarters. It's just most people live in fear of the stone god, and there are a few people that claim to be prophets of the god, but
overall...
most people want nothing to do with it. It's just bad things happen, and you know, to keep them from happening, it's easier to pay tribute.
Well, do you have a governor? Or a mayor? Or someone who's in charge of this town?
This is more of a, I mean, there would be a small council that would meet if something big were to happen, but...
Okay. Well, people come to you because you're selling things and they need to buy things, right?
I mean, this is the only one in town.
Perfect. Yes, that's true. Went in the lair and the stone god is dead.
What do you mean the stone god is dead?
It was a Medusa turning things to stone, and I just wanted to let you guys know you didn't have to worship it anymore, because it shouldn't bother you.
Like, really? Like, you have evidence of this?
Yeah, it's kind of scary. You have a good stomach, you're not going to throw up or anything.
I would hope not.
Okay, I'll pull it out and show it to her, and I'll be like, this almost turned most of us to stone, but we got out and...
Okay, roll diplomacy with advantage.
Okay. I am not the most diplomatic person. 12.
She believes you.
Okay, that's good.
So, I mean, that's really great. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. It's, the lair probably should be cleansed if you will have any holy people or clerics or somebody in the area with knowledge of that type, but it's very dark, so just be careful.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to the clerics over at the. Yeah. And she's just kind of like taken back, like she hasn't seen a monstrous humanoid before, so she's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it looks straight at me. It is terrifying. I understand.
I'm sure. I mean, it's kind of ugly, and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's what we worshipped.
Yeah. She was bad news. Put her back in the bag. But I would be on the lookout for, now what is it called? Barghast? I'm not familiar with this.
Farghast.
Barghast with a T. With this like teleporting wolf guy. Also bad news. We ran into him and he disappeared before we could do anything.
And what is that?
Well, yeah. Bad thing that kills creatures, turns into like a wolf man, I think? I was kind of on the phone, and I don't remember a whole lot from that episode, so I should probably rewatch it. I was getting up to find a cookie or something, so...
Oh, cookie. 1 second. I will tell you what you can roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what is a
Someone
Barghast?
sang hello to us.
Well, hello. Cavalry Dave!
Hey.
How are you, friend? If Dave was still in town, he would totally be playing with us.
That was great.
Yeah, but he's not in town. He hates us, I think.
Mm.
Knowledge religion.
Okay. 21.
21?
Mhm.
With a 21, you know that a Barghast is typically from the material plane, which is close to the abyss. It is known to travel the plains and will hunt. So they play the roles of gluttons, hunters of humanity, and tyrants of goblinoid tribes. And you guys have robbed him from being a tyrant of goblins.
At least we did something.
Yes. More than a few grow accustomed to such lives on the material plane and wholly abandon the end goal of returning to the abyss. Despite the fact that those who do make the return home often grow even more powerful over time, gaining eerie new abilities and qualities absorbed from the raw chaos of the abyss itself. Greater Barguests are typically more powerful, and the process of transforming into a Greater Barguest results in hideous mutations that can often grant deadly abilities. Some could grow bat-like wings, others could develop toxic breath or vestigial limbs. And their stats are greatly increased.
Well, I'll tell her as much of that as I can without her looking super scared. She's probably fine.
So, is that the new god then?
No. But
Are you sure? Because what you described is kind of terrifying.
well, I agree. But no, not necessarily. I would just be careful, like in case he shows up in town or things start disappearing randomly. Or
Oh, they can also turn into goblins.
oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not going to mention that part though.
Give me all your money. I'm out of town. It's like funny. I just saw one of those. Talking, representing Stone God, maybe?
No, because I've got to know Gazmac and I've realized some of the stigma about goblins is, just overblown. Like, then I'll...
Fully justified.
Well, what I believe, I think, is giving you a... Yeah, anyway, benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
Alright. I guess that would probably be a good reason to gather the council then. And I will also bring them news of the Stone God's death.
Thank you. We're pained we can't stay longer.
If we had something to offer you, we
That's
would.
not necessary.
But a lot of that went to the Stone God.
Understand. Just enjoy your freedom. That's our real goal. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good wishes. And then
That's like it's somebody's goal.
I'm thankfully left before I heard most of it. And then if I can, I would like to go buy another chicken.
Okay.
If I can, one that looked a lot like the one Gazmac had, like whether it was black or white or red or something.
Chickens, they
Okay.
look the same.
So by the time you reach the market, word has spread of the new Stone God heralds.
Can I ask somebody what they look like?
So, as you're buying the chicken, that's going to be a copper.
Okay.
As you're buying the chicken, it is told to you that the new Stone God Herald, the one that receives the gifts for the god, is a lizard-looking person.
There's only one of those in town, isn't there?
Yes. And if he were to leave town, then you can give it to the local herald that has been worshipping the Stone God
Ever so faithfully.
ever so faithfully. And that it was no longer required for us to travel to the monument site to give our...
You could just give it any old place.
we can give it to the herald or to the other herald.
Don't worry, I have ideas.
Oh
gosh.
boy.
And yeah.
Well,
so,
whoever I'm buying the chicken from, I'll be like, have there been any new lizard people in town besides the one that came in like a few days ago?
just the Stone God's herald.
Was he with a goblin, perchance?
Yes, that is the speaker for the Stone God.
No.
Also, there is a new site being opened up just on the other side of town. You should check it out. It's a morning bath house.
Well, that's not too bad.
It's gonna be great.
Well, that you could
You
keep
lay
on that
down,
building
and they're
project.
gonna pour gravel into the back with you.
It's
And
supposed to
it's supposed to be
exfoliate something?
cleansing, yes, for the stone god.
Okay. Listen, I'm friends with these guys. They don't know what they're talking about, I don't think. No.
And she gives
no.
you a
Oh,
coffee.
No, I'm gonna shove it back.
Way to go. Way to go.
I'm just say like baths might be a good idea because let's be honest, we're all living by the sea here, and I grew up in a port town. We all stink, but maybe leave out the gravel.
Diplomacy at disadvantage.
We have. That's the stone god. The voice came from the heavens.
It came from the heavens. Huh?
Yes.
Can I touch the chicken and turn it to light? I have prepared light.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say, ooh, cool. The chicken's glowing. It's things you can do. There's spells. He can talk in my head without you hearing it. It's my friend. This isn't working.
How
I think
an
you're on.
on this site was erected the new mental institution.
Yeah.
It's just a spell. Oh boy. Well, if
You're undermining my authority.
Wait, you're not there though.
I know.
Is she?
I don't think so. I think
That
I'm
or
enforcing
that
it.
or she just said that the stone god speaks directly to her
In her head.
in her head.
That's right.
Now you sort of know what Ko got into with you speaking for me.
I'm gonna ask him. Is there a way to get a letter to the council of writ of some sort?
I would guess so.
Okay,
I don't know anyone personally.
that's fine.
And making a post strength check.
Oh
Oh,
god.
because I'm so
Versus a
strong.
peasant.
So strong.
Oh, she's gonna push it through him.
It's 10.
You receive 10 silver.
Wait, isn't that a gold?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
But it's 10 silver pieces.
Yeah.
Um,
There we go.
She rolled a
Better
natural
than-
20. So
right.
while you're fighting with that, she reaches around and drops some gold or 10 silver in your pockets.
I'm gonna ask her her name.
Oh god.
Cynthia.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'll take it. I'll walk away. Can I find like some capable looking person?
Roll perception.
I'll put it in the mailbox.
There you go. 19.
19? Okay, yeah, you'll find
I'm
somebody.
just gonna be like, Cynthia's my friend. This is a gift. Could you give it to her?
I need you to roll perception again to know that you received the money in your pocket. You didn't see her doing it.
Yes, she
Oh.
rolled a 20
Oh,
Yeah.
and slipped it.
Yeah, you don't know that you have it.
Darn it. Well, hello, capable looking person. You can go on your way. On your capable way. Oh my gosh.
I think we're being punished for coming back to this town. Let's
Yeah,
never go
right.
I know
back
what
to
you're talking
anywhere.
about. We've made a lot of money.
Alright, each of you roll a die 6 except for Hanasha.
5.
3.
I was like, I was barely involved. 1.
Well, being barely involved. Whatever you rolled, you are allowed to have that many of a type of item that would be given as an offering. So it'll be an item of your choosing under 10 gold. So it could just be, fruit, or it could be food, or, more chickens.
I will take. Do I know what's on there? Like, can I roll perception to see what's on there?
No, whatever you want that's under 10 gold, it is yours now.
Anything.
Because they're giving it to the heralds of the stone god before you depart.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is, when they give me 5, we'll go with 5 chickens.
Okay?
I'm going to give them. Well, I need to talk to Anasha
You gotta find me. I'm about to
because
come find you
Ko
guys.
feels very like I didn't sign up for this. This isn't what I was going to do. So Ko's gonna try to remedy this
Okay.
Ko fashion.
Oh, who are you gonna stab now?
So no, I'm not gonna stab anyone. I'm going to.
Let's go.
Here's my pike. Which way do I go?
No. I'm going to give them back to the people and say the stone god wants this to be given to you.
Okay.
He's benevolent.
Yes, I'm going to say.
Because that's what the Stone God has been. Roll diplomacy at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I mean, they know I'm the Herald, so.
That doesn't
No,
matter. It goes
okay.
against the Stone God's edict so far.
10.
Yeah, they don't believe you and they refuse to take the items from you.
Okay. They think I'm probably setting them up or something.
You
Okay.
pass the test.
Can we just go?
So, Anasha, you've now arrived back with the party.
Oh man.
And also, listen.
We're
I
gonna
didn't
push right
sign up
past
for
you.
this.
Pies.
Pies? Okay.
3 pies.
Alright. So you received, what was it, 3 or 5?
3.
3 pies.
3
Yep,
pies.
of your choosing.
Are you eating one?
I'm not in town. I'm not that dumb. They're for the Stone God.
Bag of caltrops.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look probably both at you because you're the names I heard and be like, what is going on? What did you all do?
It was old Gazmak.
I know. What did you guys do?
No.
Gazmak was
Oh, no,
speaking
no.
for me. He told Gazmak I was the Stone God or something.
No.
Or the Herald.
All right.
People gave me gold. I didn't know what to do. They were about to kill me or something.
I feel like this is a conversation best had on the road.
I think we need to fix whatever you set up.
No. I think we can't fix this. We need.
I
to
think we
leave.
can fix it.
No.
Gazmak, you made-
Cypher's
Gazmak, you
on
can do the
camel.
voice.
You made a mess so big it's
Ready
reached the
to
center
go.
of town.
No. Aren't you glad we went back to town?
I'm really enjoying it so much.
I'm gonna try to push the head of a peasant away who's trying to give him something.
I'm
Gazmak.
just gonna start with the camel
Alright.
and make
For
it
once.
starting on my
Cypher,
So, like, the
Cypher
slow
just like
yes.
walk
slinking
away.
up.
Oh, I'm definitely on the cart.
camel, just
I'm
looking
definitely on the
back.
cart, like waving to all the constituents and everything.
I'm not taking the one that you're standing on.
No, I'm on the cart. I'm on the
I
cart.
thought you were standing on the camel.
Think like
they're-
Pokemobile for Gazmak,
Oh,
except it's a camel sleigh. All right, I'm gonna level with you here.
You're actually a little taller than me right now, so if you want to be level, step down on the plank.
I'll
She's
I'll
pissed.
sit on the back. All right,
Oh, I'm gonna unlight the chicken.
is that for me?
Not anymore.
Wow. Someone is really bad.
You lost my chicken, you my lord.
She'll handle it. Okay, so you know how they were gonna like murder us?
No, I think I conveniently walked away when you
Well,
were
that is
supposed
convenient.
To. Uh-huh.
You weren't gonna stand here with us and be murdered with us. What kind of teammate are you?
Well, last I heard it was going swimmingly, and you were saying, the stone
No.
god's dead. Whoop, whoop, you don't have to worship him
No,
anymore.
no.
I said the
That's-
Stone God's dead, and
No,
then
no,
they
no,
tried
no.
to kill me.
That is not what you said. You said we killed the stone god. That's very different.
Okay, that is a pretty full choice of words.
So
Did I
trust
really?
me.
Oh, no, what's the
Trust me. Whatever situation this looks like, it's actually better. It's improved. I know
It's
that's
better?
wild. I know that's hard to believe, but this is better than the alternative that we were headed towards. I just kind of told them. I used message. I just kind of told them that we were the new Stone God Heralds, and that
Which is a lie. I'm totally just talking to myself right now.
and that they should not kill us.
Good.
And
That's
I-
all. You could just stop right there.
I could have, but I kind of had to make it believable. So it's one of those situations where one lie begets another lie begets another
Oh,
lie.
I wouldn't know how that feels.
You probably wouldn't.
I'm kidding. I would. That's a
Oh.
lie. But you continue.
I'm curious where that lie began.
So I made up a little bit about stone bats because I didn't think they would take it that
They're
seriously.
literally starting the plans to build it. They're gonna pour gravel in it, Gazmak.
I was thinking small. It had to be small,
They're
okay?
They're going to be rubbed raw and then burnt by the crispy sun.
Lightbringer! Lightbringer!
And who are you?
I think that's you.
Lightbringer!
And who are you?
Hello,
A
Lightbringer.
competing
I don't-
deity here.
I don't feel like we actually finished our conversation.
And someone runs up to you. Lightbringer! An offering!
That's alright. He forgot to leave out the part where I
Explain
don't need
yourself.
that.
I insist, please, for my family.
Take it.
I'm gonna slap Gazmac.
Okay,
You'll take it.
make an attack roll.
That misses.
So you just
All right.
Please, so the stone god doesn't come down on wrath with me.
He won't, but this goblin, right? You were saying, why are they doing this part? I don't think you explained this part.
Oh, yeah, that definitely was not. That's supposed to go to Ko.
No.
This is specifically going to her, based on a conversation that might have been overheard in the market where she made rocks light up.
I
No, it
only
was a
made
Yeah,
chicken.
a
I
chicken.
have,
Light
That's
up.
right.
I have nothing to do with this. They're supposed to give offerings to the lizard guy.
Yeah, they invented that part themselves.
Well,
It's like
that's
someone's-
your responsibility then. I take full responsibility for what I...
How about
Not
we do
really,
this?
actually.
She hears the stone god.
You own up to your part,
Nope.
and I'll own up to mine.
Nope.
She's friends with him, she says.
Did you really say that?
No, I said I was. No, I didn't actually. I would have said that probably
Word
an hour
travels
ago.
fast.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
That's
The
right.
stone god needs no friends. He is a god. But we are his servants.
Why didn't I press
Humble
something useful?
and contrite.
Drops the vial and walks away with his head hung.
Way to curse the
See
guy.
what you did.
You need to do whatever you did to make them
No,
convinced
I'm
that they're
leaving.
doing their thing.
I can only do it once a day.
Yeah, how often can you do Lightbringer?
Are you here? I'm gonna turn your head low if you are.
Nope, I'm driving
Okay,
the
that's-
camel. I'm just making snide comments. While driving the
Just come
camel.
from behind the cart.
Yep, just driving the camel.
Forget
making
my
snide-
cantankerous driver.
Snide comments.
I'm gonna go. We are going to.
You guys are now moving out of town.
We're moving. Oh,
No, we've been moving for a
Oh,
little bit
yeah,
while this is
for a-
happening.
This
Wow.
conversation's
Sitting
been
on the
happening
cart.
as we're walking.
He's
So
on the cart.
That
you're
guy
walking
is
behind
literally
him.
running up.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep
I
up
didn't
and get
know
stuff to
this.
us.
what do I have?
Well, I think that went well.
I feel like, you know, when you like blink and think you've had this whole conversation on land and you're like also like 2 miles away. That's what happened. I thought we were right there with all the people.
This person was chasing you out of town to give you an offering, dropped the elixir, and started walking back with his head hung.
I'm jumping off the cart. I'm gonna try to catch up with him with the elixir.
Okay, so you snag the elixir, you catch up to him. What would you like to say?
What's your name?
Steven.
I didn't laugh at that. What's this?
Steve. So the pH room.
This is so the dark will never get you, Lightbringer.
It's very kind of you. I want to listen to me.
It is a darkness elixir.
That's wonderful.
Moderate.
I will probably keep it.
Or dark vision elixir.
Oh, lovely.
It allows you to see in the dark for an hour, so you have dark vision for an hour if you take
Great.
it.
Actually, it sounds amazing. I'm gonna ask him. Would you take this back? I'm not a deity,
You're not the deity. You are the bringer of light
and
for the
neither
stone
is
god.
the goblin. He's just a.
I know. He's the heralds.
No, he's like a
The speaker.
trickster.
Sorry, the speaker is the stone god, and the
He's a
and the
shaman.
keeper of the stone god.
And the Herald 2.0.
But listen, if you don't see another thing turned to stone in like a week, believe me, please, there is no stone god. He was ripping you off.
That's because we were giving our offerings. It hasn't happened in a week.
Well, you just gotta believe me, Steve.
Come on, Steve.
Roll diplomacy. Steve, I just need this win.
This is not how I saw this episode going.
16.
Take it anyway.
I will, but
Thank you.
your family is not going to come to any harm by us.
If you say they're safe, I'll believe you.
I hope they're safe. Listen,
And you said I don't need to worry about the stone god.
You don't need to worry about the stone god. What you do need to worry about is the herald. Okay? Because he's probably going to try to get as much of this out of as he can.
He'll get nothing from us.
You know Sari, the camel seller?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you could ask her for what I've told her. Yeah, well.
You can roll perception.
Okay. Guys, wait up, for real. I'm not running back to you. 16.
He believes you.
Okay.
So you've changed the hearts of two people
Two
in town.
people. Gotta do what I can. Just
Also, may have got an entire market to build an altar to you later, but we'll see.
at least a shiny, glowing.
We don't know if we'll ever be back.
Oh, well.
We'll see in World Lord later then.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because I totally wrote some stuff down.
Does he have anything with him or on him?
Just the elixir.
robbing?
Just what?
Just the elixir that he gave
That's
you.
it.
Yep.
Um.
He chased after you. He dropped any of his other
All
stuff to
his
catch
stuff.
up.
Okay. Well, okay.
Thank you for bringing me the truth.
You're welcome. If you can, do what you can in this town to bring it. I would stop and stay here and try to fix this. But, we've been called by the Oracle in the Prophet's Garden, so we have to head there right away. And they're not waiting for me.
The stone god?
It took everything in me not to go. The Oracle?
Peace, nerd. Am I
That's what the stone god says.
Alright. Well, I clap Steve on the back. I wish him and his family well.
Oh.
And I walk slowly back to the cart.
You probably won't catch up.
Are you guys gonna stop?
No, we stopped.
If you don't, I'll continue walking slowly. I have my everlasting water. I will drink some.
Roll to make sure you don't drink the dark vision potion.
Just like, the sun is so bright.
That's everything on there.
I can't see anything. It's called a dark vision potion?
Yes. Moderate.
Okay.
So it lasts for an hour.
Sweet. Thanks, Steve.
That went so differently than I
Yeah,
ever
wow.
I will
imagined.
say,
Yep.
That was incredible. We're gonna have such a mess to deal with.
I know.
But what a hilarious episode.
Wow.
I mean, when haven't we had a mess to deal with? We burnt down that one town by not going back.
Encewood,
Yeah,
Encewood with
people
all of
like
our friends.
stones. You know.
We didn't burn the town by not going back. We just allowed it to get burned. There's a difference between actively doing something and not taking
Sins
steps
Some
to
were
prevent it.
passively horrible.
Yeah, sins of omission.
Okay, there we go.
Sometimes actively, but a lot of times passively.
You're actively horrible. I'm passively horrible. Is that
That
fair?
is,
At least currently.
yeah,
I made a token effort. Come on.
I like living. So
You need to believe in yourself. You'd have lived.
yeah. Oh, I know. I can just invis and out.
There you go.
That was my plan
You'd
with this, because I have to touch
Oh,
whoever.
you should have done that. You should have turned invisible and kept talking from the sky. And then left Ko holding the bag.
Maybe.
Or is it concentration based?
Ventriloquism.
They like wouldn't be
I
able
think
to
they're
at the same
both
time.
concentrations.
It didn't say anything about concentration in ventriloquism.
Oh, then yeah, you could probably do it.
That'd be awesome.
Next
no,
time-
no to sell.
No to
Next
sell.
time I need to just
Next
deceive
time I'm
my entire
impersonating a
people.
god.
Next time I'm pretending I'm divinity.
That's right. Pay no attention to that man behind the camera.
Alright, so you are now in the deserts. What would you like to do?
Wow.
Wow.
How far are we?
And also, are we
Okay, so-
actually...
A lizard person. Infowars noises. That sounds like being stoned with extra steps. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Why is the sun crispy?
I had the same question.
Yeah, this one is quite crispy.
Dude, oh, you're right. It is crispy sun. You're right. I was thinking they'd be crispy. But you're right. It was a crispy sun. Who knows?
Or was it crispy, son?
Oh, jeez.
So Nasha pulls out her map, roll survival.
Um,
Can I roll survival too?
She's the map reader.
Okay.
gross. It's 14.
Alright, so she kind of guides you in the direction that you should be going.
Cool. We're still in the correct positioning of the sun heading west.
Yep.
No elementals in sight.
Roll perception.
You and your fever dreams.
Who's currently steering the cart?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you with him, or what have you decided to do?
I don't know, wherever Gazmak is, I'm probably on the other side of the cart.
Okay, so you're up front while Gazmak's currently in the back.
I'm
Counting
keeping
his
an eye-
chickens.
No, I'm keeping an eye out for anyone coming from town.
Alright. Roll perception?
26.
26?
Mm-hmm.
You do not
24.
currently see any elementals in the area.
How many chickens do we have?
Like 6.
And then I bought one, so 7? Or
No, it
five
was
and-
3
You're right,
or
'cause you
5, and then so yeah.
I tried to give him back and they wouldn't let me.
Okay.
Why do we have 7 chickens?
I guess that means food.
So say, did anyone bring any seed or anything to feed the chickens?
What do we bring to feed the camels? Because maybe the chickens can have
All
some
right,
of that.
I've got quite a few
Feed
food
bags?
things.
You
that I
You
can-
did stock up on stuff for the camels. That's
Right.
in one of the barrels underneath the cart. But
Knowing what I know of chickens, they could probably eat like hay and grass, but they wouldn't last long on
They'll eat anything.
Yeah, they will.
So
It's great.
I'm just wondering for future problems.
I've
That's all.
got plenty of stuff that I can feed them.
Okay.
I still like the idea.
chickens start
we,
smelling like
we,
fish,
We
it's
eat
like-
them. That's what I'm down with.
Could eat
Alright. So it is beginning to get into the evening time. What would you like to do?
Is John with us? Don't worry. He's like just.
He's
conked
been
out.
awfully quiet. He's not feeling well. He's in the back
Yeah,
of the he's
so-
in the back of the cart.
He thought he was fully recovered from his magical problem, but the healing, he's able to use spells and stuff, but he's just drained. So he is pretty much comatose.
Well,
I realized there was something I was going to do when I was in town, but that's definitely not happening. So we'll get him at the next town.
so when Winmore wakes up, I say we just tell him that it was all good. That we left it in a great place.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Don't worry, I know. We can make it right. Maybe.
What's your
Alignment.
alignment?
Yeah.
What's your alignment?
Oh, I'm neutral good.
Or
Okay, so
lawful
you wouldn't be
neutral.
lying.
You'd have to be lawful, for sure.
No. He
I
can
didn't
be
lie.
neutral. That's one of the things
Oh,
of the different
okay.
things about
You're right,
Pathfinder
you're right.
too.
That it's all good.
I
in
didn't
town?
lie. I was joking.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Okay.
joke. I just said, yeah, I said.
Okay.
Those patented code jokes.
I mean, I say it all with a
I
straight
totally
face.
had a button. Such a button.
I say it all with a
that
straight
makes stuff
face.
happen. Have come with a thumbs up.
No, we need to get in flashcards.
Alright, so are you guys gonna stop, or would you like to keep moving throughout the evening?
Probably stop so we don't wait on the camels.
Probably smart. The last time we tried to do this, we killed our horses.
Yeah, we did.
Well, they're probably dead, but I don't think we killed them.
No, we ran them into the ground trying to catch up with bad guys. Remember on the
They weren't dead. They
Okay.
just, you had to swap them out.
They got us.
Oh, I thought we just ran them into the ground.
No.
I'd prefer not to kill my investment. So
I don't know, man. We could have made some money in that town that now not.
listen, you can't make money if you're dead.
I don't know.
Just not looking at him, talking to him, nothing.
Your foundation could, or your
I was gonna say. I mean,
charitable organization.
yeah.
but
See that you could, if you have like one of those fountains.
that's true.
He's like, I do know you can make some money in a fountain somewhere.
I wonder if that's a good investment. Got enough money, I could build a fountain somewhere.
Probably even more so in a desert.
Just need a nauseous water source.
This man understands supply and demand. I'm just huddling up with my chickens.
All but one.
She's not giving you that one chicken. It's hers.
The light bringer,
The light bringer.
or the light brought.
I brought it.
I don't know. One that, yeah,
So you're making camp then?
may as well.
Alright. Who's keeping watch? And we'll just require 2 watches. Since you guys aren't trying to recover spells or anything like that.
I'll keep watch. I'll do first watch.
I'll go with the second one.
Oh, okay.
In case there's more elementals.
You better keep your eye out for them.
Go
Right.
ahead
They
and
told
roll.
me I was hallucinating, but
That's 27.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Nothing seems to happen on the first watch. Second?
I don't know if I'm doing the math right. Let me look. 30.
30? And you see nothing either. Nothing of note.
No elementals at all?
No.
Alright.
Don, no one knows what I'm talking about.
Alright, the next day, who's taking the carts?
Well,
Reigns.
I can drive it if you're tired. We can
No,
switch off during the
I'm-
day.
oh, that's true. I do have something I want to work on.
Yeah, I'll
So go
drive.
for it.
I'm fine.
Alright. Go ahead and roll survival.
24.
Alright. So you are well on your way. You figure by the end of the day you should be there.
Wow, that's a smaller desert than I thought.
We're going to say that a couple days probably passed through the desert, but we're not going
No
to roll
sandstorms or
sleeping.
nothing or
and-
elementals. and crash.
No, because I had plenty of plans for Oracle's Garden, so we were getting there in a jiffy.
Fair enough.
I think by the end of I hand Gazmek his fire staff back that I have fixed.
Thank you.
And there's carved on the head GGM. Why don't you figure out what that means? I'm all proud of myself. I'm like, oh yeah. And then you have this quizzical look on your face. You have no idea.
You think I can read?
I'm disappointed.
I'm just kidding.
Better be able to
I can
read.
read.
How else would you develop those contracts?
My spell book is just a bunch of drawers.
Crayon stick figures.
Arrows.
There's just your hand with a fireball in it.
Stick
and then
hand,
You going?
It's a flip book.
And you can pull on pieces to make it move.
Okay.
That would be amazing.
Oh. All right. So at the end of the day, you make your way. You start to see in the horizon a very large tree in the center of a small oasis. As you get closer, most of the houses or buildings or structures are built on stilts made out of what appear to be palm trees. So they're similar to tree houses. There's some very well-kept gardens all around and flowers like you could not imagine. It is a place of beauty and wonder. Druids would most definitely feel very at home here. It's a very sharp contrast to the desert world around it. As you get close, you step onto earth, so solid ground, and it already becomes noticeably cooler to the point that it's very comfortable. The heat of the desert seems to be pushed away from this area. What would you like to do?
You guys feel that?
It's nice.
The
Comfortable.
place is very, very cool.
It's quite cool.
And your cart stops at the edge of the desert there.
Oh, because it's a sleigh, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try and water my camels, my chickens,
Okay.
my flock.
All right.
Gazmek the shepherd.
It
How
takes
many
you a few
haven't
minutes.
we eaten?
I was gonna say I probably would have volunteered mine.
Well, we did have half of a raw chicken carcass that I picked up from the stone god altar,
It's all
so
you, buddy.
I would have eaten that. I don't know how many chickens did we eat.
3.
So
All right, fine.
you can mark off 2 of yours because the one I got for you is gone probably.
She ate it out of
With
spite.
extra salt.
You look at me like I'm evil. You're ruthless.
I think in her mind she thinks this is just.
She probably does.
There are several druids all around, or what appear to be druids, and a small leshy walks up to you. We've been expecting you.
Really?
Yes. The Oracle said you would be coming.
She sees it. Oh,
So you heard about us?
Not all that wander the desert are lost.
Ting! There's a little T in next to it.
Yeah.
Co writes that down.
You're here to speak with the Oracle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
most people who come here
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have
We're guided here.
yes, and we brought a friend as well. He's under the weather and not very conscious right now, but he's he was told to report to the Oracle as well.
We'll see that he's taken care of.
That'd be great.
And she looks over to two other. One is a large cat, and he is in druid form for a large panther. And you see a female half-elf lounging up against it. And they both get up and head over to help retrieve Dwimore.
So, what's your name? Miss Mushy.
Oh.
Mr. Mushy folk. I don't know how to tell.
I guess you could call me Seedling. I'm just a aspect of Lily.
Ah,
What? How does that work?
like a Horcrux.
What's that? Wait, I'm not talking to you.
Basically, Lily gave me life to serve, and I'm a part of her.
Interesting. Well, you're ready?
Yeah.
So as you make your way towards the giant tree in the center of the oasis, all of you may roll perception.
14. Sorry, 12.
26.
11.
24.
Okay. All of you are very inspired by the just immense beauty, especially you, as you're used to the slave camps. A lot of drudge, and even in the forests and stuff that you've seen before, you've not seen this amassed beauty. Anasha, in the crowd, you believe you caught a glimpse of Claude.
I'll just take off. I know we were being led somewhere, but I would probably just take off
Okay.
and yell, Claude!
So
Claude.
the three of you see Anasha take off, and she rounds the corner and yells Claude. And
I'll follow.
you run into Claude.
Oh my gosh, I just give him a big hug. I don't know if I can tell immediately what his countess is, but
And
it's just like, kind of like the...
Anasha, it's good to see you.
You look ill?
And he gives you a firm embrace and then puts you at arm's length. A lot has happened since we last saw you.
Why are you here? You decided to leave Encewood.
Wasn't so much decided, but forced. You're to meet with the Oracle at north of the gardens. Come and my card is there. We'll talk.
Alright.
And he's just got a very solemn look on his face.
Okay. Oh, I'll find you later then.
Looking forward to it. And he
I'll go.
continues to shamble towards the north.
I'll walk back towards the group, I guess.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Yeah, are they still close by?
Yeah, so you almost run face first into Ko as you come back around the corner.
Did you find Claude?
Yeah. Let's go see the Oracle first. I think he would want that.
Okay.
I like that Ko has no... Okay, cool. But Claude's here. That's cool. Ain't that something?
How dandy.
Alright, as you make your way the rest of the way to the giant tree there. It is a large oak tree and carved inside of it is a small house. And out walks a Leshy, appears to be a child. She has rose hair, so a little bit of thorns, but roses all throughout. And, well, hello, lost her name.
Lily.
Lily!
Yeah.
How wonderful to meet you. And you are?
Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm Ko.
Ko?
Guess I'm wise for now, huh?
Sorry, Gazmac Trusty Goblin. And I reach out to shake her hand. Pleasure.
Pleasure's mine.
Nasha.
Nasha?
I'm just gonna hang back from Cypher. Give it a little wave.
Hi, Cypher. And you get this childlike innocence. Roll perception. Except for Cypher.
Okay.
You're a little far.
27.
25.
20 non-natural.
Okay. So, with the three of you, who rolled the highest? Okay. So, she shook the two of your hands. So, you guys actually made eye contact for a moment. And you just get this idea of a vast intelligence that is there. Something much wiser and much older than she appears. Well, welcome to, I guess, my garden. How can I help you? What do you seek?
Thank you. For the reason we came here.
Then I guess I'll tell your fortune. Most come from my guidance, and some from my wisdom. So I'll tell you your fortune, and then you can ask any questions that you'd like.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Please shuffle.
Oh no.
I'm not
What?
a good shuffler, but if you
Oh,
want to shuffle.
I was gonna say,
My mind's like,
Oh,
this is the deck of many things.
No.
that's
that
what
would
I
be
was. That's what I was waiting
I
on.
know.
Yeah.
I was just like,
That's what you were talking about.
and you're in
And-
an alternate dimension.
we summon a demon, it's gonna kill you, and your friends can't help.
Ko gets 10 million gold.
Cypher.
I will go back to the
Cypher
town
levels up
and give it
15
everything.
times.
Oh no.
And one of Gazmac's coins. Weird.
Oh.
Alright. Somebody else wants to cut it?
I don't have a knife.
So, 2 cards for the past, 3 for the present, and 2 for the future. Let's see what we get.
Is this for all of us?
This is for the group.
Okay.
The betrayal. This is the past. Something has happened where they expected something of you and you didn't return. Those that survived feel betrayed. But those that you knew may still be alive. Close to there, but not exactly there. Almost in another world, an uprising has occurred. It's currently happening. It could play in your favor, but should it fail, and you defeat a powerful foe, you will become hunted. You are to seek a hidden truth, and it lies nearby. It seems you will have access to my desert library. And now for the future. The marriage. Based on your decisions, one of these 2 futures will happen. 1, harmony will be achieved. And 2 that were once separated will become one. Or you could become the tyrant, the destroyer of a world. But it could bring peace to another. Do you have any questions?
How did you magically get those cards
That
up
was-
on top? Because those seem to fit perfectly. What we've done, where we've been.
The cards speak. I've been practicing my sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It's not very slight.
It's okay. It was well done.
Is this the guidance pot or the wisdom pot?
This would be the initial guidance. The wisdom usually comes from. She giggles a little. I'm not going to giggle. Tee hee.
There we go.
Like in the Zelda games.
So what is your desert library?
There is a tomb under here, a labyrinth of sorts. It is split into 5 areas. One is the library. The other 4 are the library guardians. Inside the library, there is said to be a item of vast power and knowledge. There's also a keeper inside this library.
Are they clockwork people?
He seems very angry.
Oh. Not a clockwork person.
I've yet to win him over. My roots dig deep.
You seem pretty winsome. I doubt anyone else can do much better.
I don't know.
My ventriloquism's back up.
Just kidding, we have pro.
So the hidden truth, is that something that we would be able to discover clues about in the desert library?
A lot of truth can be hidden within that library. Absolutely. And I'm sure it will help you with one of the 2 futures.
Tell us about this uprising.
A world not unlike our own. There are those fighting to be free. And that freedom is hard fought. Unlike here, where things have been mostly peaceful, the other place could very quickly snuff this out if their attention is not divided.
This is where you're from, Sophie.
Probably.
And you recall your friend.
So if their attention is not divided, it'd be a problem?
Yes.
Do you do this with everybody who comes in and talks to you?
No.
I'm saying these are pretty weighty readings.
We can do another if you like.
Oh, that's okay. That's
The wedding is the good future, right?
Both are good in a manner of speaking. It just depends on which side you're at.
I'm a little small to be a tyrant.
So is the stone god.
Immediately suspicious.
She knew we were coming.
And I've heard there's a creature after you.
Oh, yeah, probably.
The one the unconscious person failed to slay.
He tried really hard. We kind of attacked him.
I get that.
Yeah.
It was an accident, but
You might want to find somebody a little more capable.
You'll be surprised.
Okay.
He does one thing, you're like, he can do things.
Can you tell us more about the past, the betrayal?
I can, but I'm sure you'll hear about it very soon.
I don't like the sound of that.
I have more guests than just the four of you. They're welcome. Claude has always been welcome here.
Oh, Claude.
Wait. Claude? The Claude
Half orc, trident, yeah.
comes back to him.
Yes.
Yeah. He's here.
He is.
Guys, it's Claude. All right. That's it. I'm like not listening to anything else that's going on. I'm just thinking about Claude. He's gonna be so happy.
Oh man, I can't wait to introduce Claude to Homer.
Listen, we've got this whole shipping business going on. I've got a
He's
desert
got
slave. We've
trident.
got a trident. You should go on a boat with him.
Oh, I didn't think about it. You guys have caravans started on land and sea.
Yeah.
Just need a flying
That's
one.
right. See, start working on designs for a Zeppelin.
You need to get some Tengu buddies.
Are we allowed to come speak to you again while we stay here?
Absolutely. To get into the temple, you're going to need to come see me anyway.
That makes sense.
Anything else we should know about town?
You're free to come and go as you please. And we're a community here. You should be safe to travel as you like. No harm will befall you in my garden.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you. I've spent a lot of time on it. Centuries, even.
Are there any fountains?
There's the water around this area, yes.
Just curious.
None that we would throw money in.
Oh. Just curious.
Yeah, yes. Is there anything you'd like to know? The temperature here should be temperate all night. If you'd like to build a fire, you're welcome to. It won't be necessary if you don't. We do have free sleeping quarters around. Any hammock that is unused, you're welcome to.
Thank you very much.
We've been looking forward to coming here for a while.
Oh, and feel free to eat of the fruit.
It looks great. It's little leaves.
And you noticed that there's several different types of fruit-bearing trees and berries, and all of that is also around.
Nice.
The druids tend to the garden very well.
Great. Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm satisfied for now.
Roll perception.
Just me?
Yep.
22.
Mitchell? You notice a small elemental puppy.
What kind of
It's air. It's inside of her residence.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold that to myself. I think.
Okay.
But I'm gonna brighten a little bit because I've been so sad about Claude, but now I'm just like, well, take that, they're real. Look at that.
You haven't told anybody. Alright. So what would you like to do?
That was quite the prophecy.
Ghost says in front of her. Have we left?
I'm assuming that you walked out. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, because she walked.
she apparently hears everything we're saying anyways. Or doing, I don't know.
Oh, we could could go find Claude.
Yeah. Let's go find Claude.
All right. So to the northern part of town, just as the grass is set up next to the desert, you see a small camp has been built here. You have Claude's cart. There's a small tent next to it, almost right up against the wheels. There's a medium tent. There's a tented hammock and a chest underneath it. And a large pavilion tent. And that stretches into the desert. And there's a small fence built behind it. And Claude is sitting on the back of his cart. A small fire has been started as well.
Facing us.
So think as you're walking in, there's going to be some water. The tent, or the hammock tent, is right next to the water there. Then Claude's cart with a small tent, a medium tent, and then the pavilion is over here, and making almost a U-shaped tent. And you approach, coming up.
Guys, just a word. I ran into him earlier in the street and he did not seem himself. So maybe we listen first, talk second?
That's gonna be hard.
I know.
Alright. As you pass the large tent, roll perception.
26.
12.
17.
25.
Alright, everyone but Ko. And this makes sense, he's afraid of writing or books.
Intimidating.
There is a sign that says, do not touch the books. And it's written in Common, Draconic, Dwarven, Elven, Gnomish, and Goblin.
I'm safe then, because I wouldn't actually touch the books.
Yes. And it's posted like 2 giant signs outside of the tent's main entrance. And
That's
then you
good.
continue past towards the fire. Anasha, friends, nice to see you.
Claude, it's great to see you as well.
Hi.
Hey, Gasman. And he smiles just a little.
No.
I see you've made it to the garden then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have your travels been safe?
Ish.
We encountered quite a lot of interesting scenarios, we'll just say that.
Anyone with knowledge arcana can roll it.
28, natural 20.
22.
So you both notice that where the campfire is built, it is almost complete stone, and a large symbol has been inscribed upon it, and you notice it to be a symbol of teleportation. And you would know that sometimes when there is no gateway set up on another side, that the teleportation portal can create this. So,
what about you?
it was a quick journey. The kids are here.
The books, I mean, does that mean Donovan's here too?
We believe he's still alive, but Encewood has fallen.
No.
Not long after you left, we received word that you were going down to Pike's Point, and they came. The ones that were talked about. Ira. He brought more than one sorcerer with him, and I've never seen fireballs that large. The heroes, they did what they could, and at least slowed them. long enough for me to help gather the children, and with one of Donovan's spells, he put all of his books into a foldable treasure chest. Put us on a rune of teleportation that sent us here. It could only send us somewhere that a person knew, and I could think of no safer place than this. So it brought us here. We're fairly certain Donovan's alive because his tabby's still here. He sent the tabby with us. The kids are mostly devastated. So it has not been easy. We've been here for a little over a week and a half now.
Oh, that's horrible.
What about the others?
Can we
The
dwarves?
I know that
kind of creepy, skulky dude.
Given.
Gillen may have escaped. If he did, he's nearby plotting on how to best save anyone that's left. I know that Donovan was helping us to escape. Sanja had transformed herself into a large bear, and her, the Orbashers, and Faye went out to meet them. Aaron finished gathering the children and then went out to fight as well. Hmm? Yes. Oh, sorry, Cammy.
Oh, sure.
Cammy went out.
Oh, I was like, the kids were here.
But
But they all went.
Faye is with us.
So you mean Cammy?
Yes, Cammy went out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to read my notes from.
But for me, Faye is
Yeah.
Cammy, and
Yeah.
Cammy is Faye.
Yeah,
you're right.
No, she's right here. She's right there.
So, and you do notice that Faye peeks up over her hammock, and she seems to be the one that has set up the hammock to sleep in. And she settles back in. The last that I saw, a lot of Encewood was on fire, and even the dim flame had caught.
Claude, do we know? Do we have any word of where Ira would have gone after this?
I don't know. I thought I heard something about setting up camp there. Maybe even starting his own kingdom. I figure that's the first place he conquered. It'll be his home.
When you say you think Donovan's still alive, does that mean you think he's taking prisoners rather than killing people?
The tabby is a part of him. It's his familiar. If Donovan ceases to exist, it will cease to exist. So as long as the tabby is alive, I would assume that he is too. The kids are all taking it very, very differently. But it's also the same in spirit. They intend to go back. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but when they feel prepared.
It's devastating.
Most of them should be down for the night, but in the morning, I'm sure they wouldn't mind seeing you. I know that Liam has something for you.
I was waiting on guys make sure to walk off and punch him in the face. What'd you do?
Okay.
What would you like to do? Do you have anything else you'd like to ask him? Or?
Is there a plan to return?
I'm trying to keep them here and keep them safe. That's what they asked. So for now, I'm training them.
Are the Orbasher boys here too?
Yes, they've started their own. They created a fighting ring and behind their tent there. That's the medium one, and they've already set up most of what appears to be a smithy. They just seem to be missing a few key ingredients. Anvil, blacksmithing tools, not readily available out here.
Is there betting on the fighting ring?
What?
Just trying to.
They're training with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where we spar.
Got it.
Desert Fight Club.
Oh, betting. I thought you said, like, betting. I was like, what?
No, like.
I want to sleep in the ring.
Let the aura of fighting just soak into my blood. I'm so confused.
Do they have pillow fights there?
So, anything else you'd like to ask?
Do you want some pie? Would that make you feel better?
It's not going to hurt.
Okay.
And Claude is not nearly as devastated as the children are. He's more hurting for them, from what you're able to tell.
Yeah.
So.
So I wrote down apple pies. So I'll break out the apple pies and just.
Okay. He sets his piece close to the fire so it warms a little bit.
I was gonna say I lightly heat it up just a little bit.
Then he'll eat a piece. And it is nice to see your faces, though. I'm glad nothing has happened to you.
It's great to see you as well, and we're glad to see the children are safe and that you're here as well. And if there's anything we can do, we'll certainly try to make this right.
Thank you.
How late is it?
It's evening where most people have gone to bed at this point.
Okay.
Claude, do you know the exact day that they attacked? Just so we know how long you guys have been here. Exactly.
About a week and a half.
Okay.
What day is it? What's the calendar?
Is it a Monday?
I was trying to get a sense of how recent it was after we left. Because we were at Pike's Point for like...
A couple of days on Pike's Point. You had a couple of days of travel.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a few more days. So it was probably, by the time you've left Pike's Point, it would be roughly about when it was attacked.
Yeah, okay.
Roughly.
Right.
Because it had time for our cards to get the message to get back, which is surprising. I kind of thought it'd be before that. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a walk and look at the fountains.
Okay. Alright. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna slip away and go to Faye's hammock since I saw her pop up. I know she's there. So.
Okay. Go.
There's Face Hammock. Where are the others?
Everyone else seems to have been bedded down. And even Face, mostly. I mean, she appears to be sleeping, but you saw her peek up.
Okay. I'm going to go. Is there another like a little tent area where we're staying?
I would assume that you could either go just a little bit into the Oracle's garden there, and you could grab some of the hammocks, or you could even set up camp here if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm gonna set up camp in this area and just meditate and pray.
So I'll have you. So you'll go back. You'll grab the camels and cart, and you'll actually bring it up around.
Yeah.
Here.
Because I'd want to stay with them.
Yep. So yeah, you bring that up and around, and you start setting up camp.
I start just digging into my crafting books.
Okay. So you go with him to ride with camel up, and then you guys are working on camp and crafting books, and
I lied. I'm not actually going around and walking around the fountains. I told them that so that they wouldn't know. I'm going back to the Oracle.
Okay. All right. So we'll start with you.
Okay.
Gazmak, was it?
Yeah, you're good with names. You have a trick for that?
Remembering? Sometimes it's putting others before yourself.
That's hard.
It is.
Yeah. So, question. How much do you know about what's going on in the other world?
My roots run deep.
That's okay.
Roll society.
That's a 27.
You've also heard of the Oracle's Garden on the other side.
Is it possible to send messages to the other side?
There's one not so different from myself that I regularly communicate with.
So, can I hand you a letter and then you or do I have to tell you?
You'll need to tell me.
Okay. All right.
And who you would like to try to get it to.
Well, this is kind of awkward, but I'd like to get a message to Grezabel.
Grezabel, what is your last name?
Dainty Muck.
Okay.
The Oracle sends an email.
Nice Snapchat.
It's more like a Vox or or something like that, where it's just like a voicemail basically.
All right, to Grezabel, Dainty Muck. This is not entirely how you envisioned this, is it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
How you doing, gross lady?
I'm not typing it out.
That's all right. I've been thinking of you. Here's what I've been thinking. And
gosh.
it goes into a poem, and the poem says, "You are the scum between my toes. You make me sick." Is anyone getting this reference?
I am.
Okay.
Little rascals.
Yes. I basically send the Little Rascals
Okay.
letter, but actually meaning it.
Yep.
And then I just ask her if she's okay and kind of give her a brief summary of what we've been doing.
Okay.
And that I'm on the other side kind of thing.
And what is your last known location?
Where am I from?
You were based in Oros Island.
This would be really easy if I could remember names. Monroe, Minusco, Oris Island.
Okay.
Starts with an M. Oris Island.
I'm sure they will know.
I'm giving you a challenge. I understand that.
It will be sent.
Do I pay you?
No.
Wow. This is a nice place.
Immediately starts going to spam email. Or, can I send out a pamphlet?
Question. Can you forward all messages to your seedlings?
They can deliver messages for me, yes.
Send 1 gold.
You're getting what I'm saying.
Sends out a chain letter.
Yep. I think that's all I guess sending also just a general how are you doing message to mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all. And I do not know my mom's. I canonically don't have my mom's name yet.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all.
All right. It will take some time. If you're still here, I will seek you out, or the seedling will seek you out. Otherwise, I'll find another way to get to you.
I'm sure you will. Because it's kind of scary how you know everything.
I'm an oracle.
Yeah. It's still a little weird. Can you teach me that?
No. Comes with a lot of practice.
I don't really do practice. I just,
So you'll live to be 25 to 30-ish?
something like that.
I've lived in this form for 300 years.
So what you're saying is I'd have to work really hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of time.
That's kind of not my thing.
Well, you should work on time magic if you really want to get to this point.
I'm going to write that down. Time magic. This is a thing?
That's right.
Sundial.
More of? Question mark?
Possibly related to daylight savings time.
All right.
We'll call that good, and I'll go about my wandering just to throw people off the scent.
Masha.
I just want to
go over and like not pop my head over, but
Okay.
gently get her attention.
Roll a reflex save.
Natural one, fitting.
Okay. You get a slight cut across the chin as she swipes at you with a knife.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. It's okay.
I'm
It's fine. It's fine.
very jumpy. And
Okay, it's okay.
she tucks the knife back into a holster that's
Yeah.
right here.
No, that's good. I should actually probably make a routine of doing that. But I punched so.
But I punched things.
I'm sorry. I think what happened to everyone at Encewood was in part our fault. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't blame yourselves. We should have been ready. We knew they were coming.
Yeah, well, we were told.
We could have prepared. We could have prepared more. I could have listened to my mom more.
Good too.
And she starts to tear up a little. She didn't want me to be an adventurer this way.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
And she... We'll save them though.
I'll take her hands and I'll be like, we messed up too, so even though all the blame might not be on us, we've still got a big part of it. And we'll do our best not to make those mistakes again. And let me know if I can help you in any way.
If I think of it, I'll let you know.
Well, for starters, how's this? I'm gonna take off my elven mage necklace and give it to her, and I'll say, "You're smart, and this is you can do a lot of cool things with this, and maybe in your training you can figure out how to make better use of it than I have."
Okay. So she now has the
Mhm.
finger or hand thing. Cool. So she can do mage hand now.
Yeah.
Alright.
um,
I'll make use of it. Thank you.
it looks creepy, but it's really cool. I'll just probably give her a hug.
Would you mind sitting for a while?
Not at all. If it's alright with you, I'll just sleep right here.
And she actually makes room in the hammock to where you could saddle up with her if you wanted to.
I'll try to wipe my blood so I don't get a bunch of the hammock and just.
And
come in.
roll perception.
Math is hard. 21.
So at first, she seems to just kind of be lying there, but she eventually really tightens up close to you and begins to sob. And it seems like this might be the first actual release for her.
I've only had a little brother and not a little sister, but this is not the first time someone's cried, so I'll just hold her.
Yep. And then eventually the two of you fall asleep. Then you make your way back to camp. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right. So you curl up with your chickens.
Bed down with the chickens.
Okay.
Heavy pillows.
Near the camels too.
All right. Nasha, I need you to roll perception once more.
16.
All right. You wake up and you are alone in the hammock. So, and as you all start to wake, the camp is starting to become a little more lively, and everyone slowly appears around the fire except for Liam. So you guys are safe then, says one of the twins.
Relatively.
So Weld and Bayan are both there. You can tell that they are decently bruised from where they have been actively training, and when they aren't training, they are working on their forge. You would like to see this, and one of them grabs you by the hand and starts pulling you towards the back of the tent.
Okay.
So Weld takes you back, and he remembers working with you a little side by side. It's not everything that the forge was, but so we don't have the heated anvil, kind of heavy, wasn't able to grab it.
Understandable.
But once we have an anvil and the tools, we're gonna make the best equipment for whenever we go back. And they show you kind of like the forge area, and they've sculpted out of sand. They seem to have had some help to make it even almost like basilisk stone.
Okay.
So they've had some sort of magical means of making very strong material. You see where they have orchestrated a wind or something, bellows and like all kinds of stuff. And you see that the bellows actually strap onto 2 foot things right next to where the anvil is going to be placed. So one of them can still be working while hammering.
Right.
And they have every intention of, and he just goes on and on talking to you about crafting and, what have you learned? And so he seems very excited to show you that.
To have somebody participate with?
Yep.
And all I'm looking...
Make a crafting check.
Okay. 20.
Okay. You were able to point out a couple problems with how they had some stuff set up, and he's just over the moon with that. And it seems like the way he's coping currently is
dealing with this.
Doing this. And just working side by side with you, you see a little bit of the pressure just alleviate from him.
I am, while doing this, again, trying to put up a good front, but I'm paying attention to, like, exactly what they need.
Okay. And from what you can tell, the biggest thing they're going to need is either ore, but they have to have the tools and the anvil. That is their biggest need.
Gotcha.
You also, not too far from that, you see haphazard weapons that have been forged. And you can tell that they're meant for practice. They're not good forgeries, but with what they've had,
right,
it looks
it's
all
the best
right.
they can do.
They've got a rock and like a light hammer that they've been using. But there's a flattened ring there, and they've put stones along the side, and then there's 2 weapon racks there with a variety of weapons. And it seems like they've been training with all of them. They've got nicks, they've got little gashes in them, and they have been training very hard with a variety of weapons. Faye is nowhere to be found in the camp. So
I'll just mention it to Claude if he's away.
Okay. And the girl goes out early to scout the desert. Not been able to keep her here. She says that her mom focused on survival and she needed to as well. Typically she'll come back with some food of some sort, whether it be scorpions or whatever she's able to find. But she has set up a small archery range just not too far from the pit in the back. So by afternoon, you could probably find her there if you're looking for her.
Okay.
Then you do see a small, almost like a tent without the sides. So, and then an archery range there with several quivers lined up. So, Bayan is there and he's just eating breakfast. Ari steps out of the back of Claude's thing. Claude, we have, and she lists out some stuff that they need. I'm going to go in and pick some berries and stuff for this evening. I see that we have guests. Hi. I'm sorry I don't have anything to sell you, but
I had a bunch of you. We're just happy to see you alive.
And so she goes on to talk a little bit about how they insisted that she goes with them. She's not really a child, but she's, someone that was very well looked after. So, but yeah, she seems to be keeping her mind on off things by staying busy. And she was Sanja's assistant, so yeah. And Gazmak looks up at Liam's tent. He doesn't come out much. We will usually put a plate next to his door, and that disappears sometime throughout the day. But we haven't seen a lot of them. We seem to be taking it very hard. If you wouldn't mind, I'm sure he wouldn't mind seeing. I know he wants to speak with you, but he probably wouldn't mind seeing you as well. So
yeah, whatever can be a help, not a bother.
You seem to be helping already. So, what would you like to do?
You want to go?
Do I want to?
Are you gonna go?
Yes, I'm going to go.
And is 901, would we like to go into the tent and stuff now, or do you want to wait?
I don't have any preference.
Now it is then, because I'd like to continue just a little longer.
Alright.
Okay. We'll go in. I'll let Anasha go first.
Okay.
Kind of like, I've got my staff at the ready, and I'll like sidling, like, just very suspicious
Okay.
overall, because I just don't. It's a walking staff. Okay. I get my wand ready. It's not a fireball wand.
So you walk in, and as you walk in, there are just books upon books stacked.
Oh, is it the medium tent? Or is it somewhere else?
This is the pavilion tent.
Oh,
This
with
is
all the books.
the giant
Yes,
tent.
okay.
The same type of tent that you guys have that can sleep up to 8 or so, bunked even.
Oh.
So books are just all along the outside, and then there's a small ring on the inside as well, just stacked books upon books. You see Liam in the back corner at a desk. He is disheveled. His hair is unkept. Does not look like the Liam that you had known before. As you walk in, you are looking straight at a statue that's holding a cauldron, and it is probably about 8 foot, maybe even larger. And that is the main source of light for the area. Besides a couple candles over by Liam's workstation. And he doesn't even acknowledge that you came in yet. So he's just reading.
Hey there, pal.
Don't touch the books.
Yep. That's
They're my books.
nothing's changed.
I'm their keeper.
I'll walk up to him and I'll say, are you working on the other half of the library?
This is his library. This is yours. A single gold coin lands in your hand. You said it was important to you.
Oh, this whole thing.
Do I get a good look at
I can
it?
put it and just
Roll perception.
put it in my pocket.
Be good. Yes, natural 20.
You get a look at it.
Okay, good.
I'll put it in like my
Be
coat,
careful with it.
my coat pocket.
You know what it does, right?
I found out.
Okay. Well, you're here. You have the mirror.
I do.
You can leave it with me then.
I'll talk to Crow about it. What do you plan to do with it?
I'm calling back
We plan that too.
as soon as I amass the power that I need.
What are you looking for?
Magic. Do you have occultism?
Oh,
Yes.
You can roll occultism.
No.
That's a 13.
Okay, you see nothing. Do you have occultism?
I mean, I hope so. If not, I should trade for something. Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Okay. Alright. But yeah, I'm finding the power and I'm going back. And you can call me Cragwind now.
Oof.
Cragwin.
Donovan's last name is Cragwind.
You were a son to him, so that seems fitting.
Absolutely. I will go back to Liam once he is safe.
Donovan.
Sorry?
To Liam, good name. Your name?
Yes, I will return to my old name once he is safe.
From Donovan was safe.
Yes. And I'm able to return his library to him.
Is the name gonna help you that much?
So,
I will do whatever it takes.
if you've been amassing power, do you have any spells I can buy? I figure more knowledge and power for the both of us makes it more likely we're going to get him back.
For a mirror, I'll be happy to share my spellbook.
No.
Do you have any spells for purchase, just like before?
Not here.
Just coming up with a battle plan. If I have more spells at my beck and call, then that's better.
Use them right, then yes, it's better. Use them poorly, that's
You're
not
welcome to
better.
use the spell field in the back.
Thank you.
We,
How are you a spell guy?
Is there anything else we can do
you're not
now?
much of a reader. That's right.
I just started.
The spell field is an area that I have cornered off to be able to cast spells in relative safely. I've erected a fence and there's a small barrier around it that should hopefully keep others safe.
Got it.
Just be careful of the glass. Fire, sand. Glass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally got that. Yeah. Is there anything else we can do to help?
Well, if you wouldn't mind sharing your spell book, I'll copy anything that you've learned.
So,
What spells do you have in your spell book?
Unseen Servant, Charm, Air Bubble, Fleet Step, and Dismantle.
Okay, so he's able to copy Dismantle and Unseen Servant.
Okay.
I will write out one of my spells that is not in this book for you.
Much appreciated.
Just remind me of that and I'll get
Sure.
it to you. It'll take me a little bit to copy it for you.
We're not in a rush. You want your food?
Sure. I forget to eat.
You still have any of the books, the druidic books, yeah?
I'm sure they're here somewhere.
Okay. Well, if I can find one and pick it out, and if he doesn't say anything, like get out, we'll just sit by him and read, probably.
Okay. Roll perception.
16.
Okay. You are able to find them. And you said you pick one up?
Mm-hmm.
Roll initiative.
Oh, don't touch the books. Yikes.
The two of you.
What? I'm not involved in this.
You're in the room. And that's where we will stop.
Oh, gosh. I
The
forgot.
giant stone statue that's holding a cauldron comes to life. He had not yet
Reading buddies?
he had not yet given you permission to touch his library.
Okay. You just said they were around. Yes. Thanks
Two
for being
big
so
sides.
logical.
Unbelievable.
He's focused on something completely different. He's not even thinking that you might want to read with him. So that is where we will stop.